Event settings. Load settings.
Okay.
Mode, okay. Change event settings.
Interesting. By the way, the world can hear you now.
Thank you. Like I say, we'll wait till we're on properly. What's the volume like, AJ? Because it was a bit quiet last time.
Your voice is a bit echoey, so I'm going to turn the volume down.
I can turn my microphone up a little bit.
No, yours it's perfectly fine, it's just a bit echoey, so I'm going to just turn down my audio coming from my earphones, because I think that might be the problem. Also don't want to be having the stream playing at the same time. Alright, let's see if that's a bit better. Can you talk for a second, Smolly?
Yeah.
Oh.
Out the pits.
Okay. I think it's alright.
Then real start.
Okay. And let's send, because no one obviously watches my videos, so gotta send the link. How are you gonna do this? That's fine. I expect you to do the MC rap for the stream. So I guess Danny can't make it then, because that's
nice.
Yeah. Only 6 people, or I guess is someone not entered or something. Oh, is this quality? Is this
yeah, no, it's just it was just a second practice start because Max, B-Watt and Lex were late, so I set the other one away at 10 to give them time. Right.
I
just need to
hate
exit. Right, there we go, 2 seconds.
Right.
Edit event settings. Load settings. Load. Change event settings. Right.
This is the commentary that everyone's been ready for.
Start. Now.
As you can see from... oh, there's a car on the ground. We're all getting ready for the OFR start. And...
round 8, I believe, AJ.
yeah, round 8. I think I can edit. As
far as I'm aware.
I can edit it from here, I'm pretty sure. I didn't put any rounds in there anyway. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's so good. What am I going to get? A bollocking from Robot?
We just need Liam and that, and we are good to go. Right. Good luck, boys. Right. You ready, AJ?
Yeah, this is the most amount of people I've ever seen in this stream. Oh, we're getting excited.
Whoa. The Stanner's not in.
Oh no. Oh no. 9 people.
I'll message.
This is stacked.
Oh, 2 seconds. I'm gonna have to tell him to exit.
Another exit. We're not showing that we're very good here, are we? This is not the kind of representation that we're trying to show. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It's a pleasure having everyone here. But yeah, it's we're having some technical difficulties, but
it's just because we've got one new driver. He's not 100% on how we run things at the minute, which is totally fine. It'll only take 2 minutes.
Yeah, or maybe it's because we're commentating.
No.
It's cursed.
No, nobody's done an outlap yet, so it shouldn't be a problem. Right, everybody's following, so that's good. We just need the big hurt and Jando to quickly exit, and we should be good to go again.
Let's hope he doesn't think it's another.
Come on, Jando. Yeah,
come on, Jando.
come on.
Oh, he's coming up to the hairpin now. Is he? Oh, he brakes very late. This is great. It's the only time I can comment on people's laps.
All Standard's fault.
Yeah, it's all Stig. Right, I think I've actually got a glitch where I can't change the camera views.
I'm sure one of the boys in the chat must be talking to him. Yep, there, Polly's cancelled. Right, edit event settings quickly. Load settings. Load, OK. Change event settings. Right, everybody in this time. Enter.
Imagine if the most commented video is actually on my channel and not on OFR.
We have 10, yes? Are we in agreement?
Hold on. We have everyone. Yep, we've got everyone in.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Go, go, go!
Can we get some hype in the chat, please? Yes.
Right, we're good this time. Happy days. Good evening, everybody.
Oh, why does it only say 8? Okay, I was. It's only said 8 people then. Good evening, everyone. I am your host, Mr. Lord Ash Wilson, and we're going to be taking you round the Suzuka lap.
Ash is that good that they've asked us to do it, Adrian.
You know something's gone wrong when they've asked us to do it.
I'm sure they'll make it work.
Maybe.
But as we're going to see at the minute, we're eventually getting going, and they're on the outlap, thankfully. 5 minutes late, but we got there.
Well,
have you got any bets on with tonight's races?
Well, I think something's telling me, just this feeling that the big hurt has got some pace on him.
I think he has as well myself, but like you say, I think it's all down to what days he can actually race on, hence he's still in D3. So he has to start at the back, unfortunately, but I think he's just the man to do it. But I've been watching Sammy over the last couple of weeks as well. He's getting incredibly fast.
He was very quick in the wet last week. That's why I saw.
Yeah, it was amazing. His times were super consistent, as well as Stickman's as well. Stickman's were phenomenal.
Yeah, I think this circuit could produce some good racing as well.
I'm interested to see what the Stig can do. I mean, we've both raced with him in F1 and F2, and he's fast in them.
Let's not talk about F2. Let's not talk about it.
What happened to the F2 race?
I don't know. I think something went wrong. It might have been Ash commentating, I think.
Did somebody beat you with a puncture?
Probably. It happens every week. But we've got the very first person to come across the line. It's Stickman, and he's coming up down the front straight and now into the first corner. It's very difficult. You want to be braking at about the 50-meter board, and then it's just a really long corner where you have to shift down the gears, and now you go into the section, and
the wibbly wobblies,
and you want to, if you can nail the line through here, you can easily gain up to 5/10 on your opponents, and you also need to nail all of the lines so you can get a good run out of the next corner. He did it pretty okay there. I think he could have gone a little bit more to the right hand side to get a better exit through there, but you know, it's the first lap, and I'm expecting big improvements at the end of the lap. Ooh, he loses the rear. That green curve really does kill sometimes.
Yeah, it's as soon as that back tyre touches it and you put the throttle down, it just wants to spin the back end out. So in hindsight, it was a good save as well.
I think that those Degners are a real danger zone.
Ash's favourite part of the track, apparently.
Yeah,
Especially in the summertime when the grass needs cut.
Heard that he does a lot of snooker on there. That's just what I heard. And yeah, at the moment he's coming into Spoon curb. He does that pretty okay. And going through here, yeah, you just want to try and avoid any curbs. But he takes all of that, and he's got a nice run down this back straight, and then he's going to approach 130R, which is annoying in this car because it's not quite flat. It's only
still a great corner though.
Oh yeah, and if you can nail it, you can get a run into this chicane where he's going to be. Ooh, like there was a bit of a wibbly wobbly there.
It's a tight, twisty, turny, that one. You've got to get that right.
Yeah, it seemed like maybe he broke a little bit too deep in there, but he's going to cross the line, and he sets a 2:02.9, which is, I think, a very
tall. Not for a first lap out.
Ooh,
I think, with the time
they're
showing, they're going to have to literally do this in-lap, essentially, if they don't want to run the risk and knocking soft tyres. But looking at his tyres, it looks like, he's on the softs, and he looks like driving like mediums.
I mean, I think there is a couple of people that are starting on mediums today, so could be a spicy strategy here.
I think it's with all the new edits they've done to the game with the pit strategy as well. It changes everything massively.
Yeah, and obviously this is going to be good information for the up-and-coming D1 and D2 race. And I think a lot of drivers there will be keeping an eye on this race, seeing how tyre wear is, because this is the main point where we can just see how the tyres react, especially with the change of weather, because they do get quite a abrupt warning on what time it is. I think it was a little bit more lenient last week because it could have been wet, and it was wet, which caused a bit of havoc last week with a few divisions.
With the D3, I've got to admit, they were clean as a whistle. They really were. Some excellent driving, especially from the novice end of things. We all made mistakes. I had the D2 race myself. I had a 5th in the bag till one corner went wrong. Ended up with a 7th. It's as easy as that in a wet race.
Yeah, exactly. Just breaking that a few meters too late. But yeah, as you said, it was very clean racing, which is obviously surprising but not surprising. And we also saw a few standout performances from people that sometimes struggle but seem to thrive in the wet weather conditions last week, and that was good to see. And we also see spicy strategy.
I just noticed Max went into the pits there and got a set of softs. I'm just watching Max now, so this is technically his outlap on the softs. He must be starting on the medium surely, especially to drop in to get a set of softs. Yeah,
he's done 2 laps, a 2:25 and a 2:47.
Off the track. I know what that was for. I just thought somebody else had came off for a second.
Bebot sets a quicker time. He's up into 5th. 5th is decent at the moment. I think he's just been pushed down to 6th. Was it Jando that set a lap, or that was Lavsesh with 2:03.7, which is very respectable. He's 1.4 off at the moment, as Stig sets 3.1, which is good for a rookie. I mean, I've got to say, if you're only 8...
I've got money on him doing well today. Hopefully he just keeps his cool, races to his own pace and sticks at it, and I think he'll do fine in this division.
I think, yeah. Obviously, I think next season we'll have we had a tight field, especially at the start of the season, when everything was fresh and there was a load of new drivers, and it just seemed that these new divisions really suited everyone. As Stig goes 2/10 purple in the first sector. But it all seemed really sorted out, and yeah, still.
But that's where the one mate comes in as well, doesn't it? It's essentially the same car. It's just all we can change, as you know yourself, is the brake bias, and it's the only thing we can change. So people are trying to exploit it the best they can, but it does have its pros and cons. But power-wise, the car's exactly the same.
Yeah, it definitely shows like there's no supreme car with top speed, which means that you don't see boring races basically, because if one car
it's a lot closer.
Yeah, if one car has a big straight line speed advantage, it's going to be very difficult to overtake, especially as most of the overtaking points are long straights to short, sharp corners. And
yeah, it's definitely a thing to look at, because I mean, if you the car Ash drove last season, I mean, I had a quick race with him in his team for one race. He was driving the Aston, and in a straight line it was mega, but it kind of suffered a bit in the corners, so they do have their pros and cons on that as well, even with setups as well. But obviously the way they've got it set up now is that they're trying to get the drivers all as close as they physically can of each other. And I've just noticed there, Stig's just set a 202 as well. 202, 605, is that? Yes.
Ooh, Max with a 2018.
Oh, wow.
5/10 quicker, and that's very impressive. And yeah, I think he literally always goes a bit wide, celebrating in an exuberant manner.
I think he knows he's not going to get another lap, so just try and steal the way, Max.
Yeah, I also saw Stickman. He went into the pits, and he did not have enough time to. He does not have enough time to cross the line. So that's his qualifying over. Stig, I can't tell. Is he still on a lap? I can't tell by the timings. We'll see.
Could be on one. I don't know. Where is he?
No, I don't think he is.
One go at it. He's on his final lap now.
Yeah, 2/10. So we'll get away from his times. Go to the next guy. Jando's on out lap. Let's look at Illicit or Liam. He's struggled with the car when he first came in, but he's seemed to grow with it as he's actually not got onto the all soft tyres. He's stuck out with the mediums, and that just shows that there's actually not a lot of tyre wear on those front medium tyres. So he's also one of those guys that are starting on those tyres, and hopefully maybe one stop is possible. 2 stop, they're going to be quite close.
I think a lot of people probably push for the 1 stop, but I could be wrong. I mean, the softs are never going to last 10 laps, I don't think, not at pace.
It's going to struggle.
Just before we get to the end of quali, give a quick shout out. We've got Crazy Tracy, we've got Vilsec, we've got Benji there, Dave Turner, Lee Turner.
A lot of Turners.
I'm sure there's a lot of Turners, and yes, Ben, I'm getting the social media corner, I'm getting there. Dave Turner, yes, Fred is trying to talk over the back of us again. He says hello to everybody. What do you do to the parrot? Do you want to commentate? No?
I believe that's quali over, except from Lex, who's in the pits.
Lex went in the last lap, I believe.
I did see early on, he's always been in the pits for 6 minutes. So clearly, is he trying to hide his pace? Is he doing a Mercedes and sandbagging?
Possibly. I mean, he has went out and set a time. Or has he? He has to have. Because BWAT set times behind him, but on my screen I'm not showing times next to Lex for some reason.
He must have
in front on the quali.
He must have exited quali.
Might have been, possibly.
Not actually quali,
he might
but
have been happy with his lap and then left. I don't know, or retired his car anyway just for the quali.
He had enough. I think he's doing the Mercedes sandbag.
I've done it myself, AJ. Sometimes some tracks don't agree with you. You go out, you set like a half decent time. You just think, yeah, that's enough for me. But yeah, congratulations to Max. What a time!
Yeah, his
Sammy's up
first
there
pole.
Again.
First pole in GTS D3.
I'm not 100%. I would have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, he's had many. He did a very good first season in F1, and then I think he had other priorities Of course, OFR is always meant to be the main priority, but he had other things such as a job to go back to, so I think he had to stop racing for a while. But now he's back with us, and he's back for good in D3 GTS. It's always good fun, and now we're about to start the race, and almost away. Oh, I got camera problems.
Did somebody just start there? Did Jando just jump the line? I think he did. And as the late Murray Walker would say, go, go, go!
He would say 5 laps. So Stickman takes a lead at the very start. Did he start in 4th or 2nd? I'm pretty sure it was 4th.
Stickman was further back, Sammy was 2nd.
Ah, and Big Hurt gets into P4 already. Ooh, aye, aye, aye.
Absolute launch to get into 4th straight from last.
Yeah, see, we're having a bit of side-by-side action with the Scottish men. Larsesh in front of B-Watt, who's in front of Liam, and Liam is under attack from Lex here. And
they're good friends off track as well, so it's just friendly.
Hopefully. Into the Degners, that's not what you want to do.
Stig's heading off.
Oh, not Stig, it's obviously disappointing when you go from first lap, but it's his first race.
Yeah,
and it
very
gives him
early in the race as well, all the time in the world, just needs to cool himself down, have a couple of corners to himself and get back into it.
See, Max has not let Stickman go yet, and he's in the slipstream. The slipstream's quite powerful as the Big Hurt takes P3 ahead of Sammy now. There's already a massive gap from 4th to 5th as the 2 Scottish men are having a nice little battle. Hopefully we can let's just see if we can have a nice battle between those guys. Hopefully it doesn't get too fierce. But going up
Max,
to 1,
sitting behind him is going to save fuel if he can sit there for laps as well. It's not just the slip, he's pulling them along all the way.
Yeah, Max he's in the slipstream. I don't think he wants to attack yet.
Session's just heading off as well.
Oh no, he's running a good P5 position. That's a bit disappointing. Lex must have had enough as well, because he is back in 10th now. He's gone a bit wide there as well. Let's just hope he can regain.
Oh, there's only 1/10 between the Stig and Jando here. Could see a move. Is he going to get him on the inside? Oh, he has. He's got him.
Nice
Lovely
move.
clean move.
Yeah, you've got to make those moves.
Great driving.
If you make a small mistake on the first lap and you're just trying to get it back, and sometimes you do make a little bit of contact, but they're very clean move. And
yeah, they both stayed on the line. One was on the inside, one was on the outside. They didn't cattle into each other in the middle of the track. That's exactly what you want to see. I mean, and Stig showed that you just need that little bit of aggression, but not too much.
Yeah, that was a great job. Big Hurt hasn't quite caught up to Maximus as much as I thought he would, but you know, it's obviously early days. Lap 2 out of 20.
Steady around these Degners, boys.
Ooh, that was quite close between those guys, but you know, Standard Stig let him go for now.
Max is just about to pull a move on Stig.
Let's go into Spoon. That's not what you want to do.
Stickman's made it stick on the inside.
Into
but I think
here.
now Max is going to have the inside. No, Stickman's done him.
That's a Verstappen Vettel move into there. Luckily it didn't end in spinning. This is obviously allowing Big Hurt to catch back up, but Max is going to try for it into 130R. Is he going to go for it, or is he going to back out? Let's hope it could keep it clean still. Oh, and he goes for it, and he's made the move. Stick, nice job. But will Stickman try round the outside, going into the triangle? Is it Casio triangle? I'm pretty sure it might be that. And
just call it the wibbly wobbly or the straight if you want, AJ, if you're not sure.
It's all called the wibbly wobbly.
I just hope a lot of people remember where the old fixie box is when the price of petrol's right, because it's before the start finish, and a lot of people tend to forget that.
Stickman's going for it. Max has run off wide. That's going to cost him a lot of time.
Sammy's just come round as well, so you've got a DWT or ERT, sorry. Oh no. the Big Hurt is Hartman Racing, sorry, my mistake. But I think it still belongs to that family.
We're all deep inside, we're all DWT.
Taking over.
And yeah, well, now we got Stickman in the lead. It did seem like a bit of a punchy move to go down the inside of the first corner, but I mean, it didn't look like there was a huge amount of contact. It just seemed maybe that. Oh, Big Hurt's gone off.
Who's that?
He's into the wall.
I just caught the back end of that myself. Has he picked up any damage there?
No, he hasn't. Oh, he spun it again.
Oh, calm down, calm down.
Oh, he doesn't want to cause any
he's in the middle of
incidents
the
there.
track. Stay there, stay there. Oh, he could have caused absolute chaos there, he has.
That was a bit close, I think. That was.
I think everybody made it round just.
Yeah, that again, those Degners really do. They do take some time to get used to, and
at the same time, they don't take no prisoners neither.
No, I mean, you saw him. He was in second gear. He wasn't really revving the car that much, and that gravel just spat him back off again. I mean, there's not a lot you could do. Ooh.
Opened right up.
Yeah, I mean, it was a close battle a second ago. Let's see if Max can catch back up, because he did a good job in quali. He got pole position. Let's see what can he do. And obviously, I'm still interested in the strategy. So you got the top three all got soft front and rear. Then you got Stig, who's got mediums on both front and rear. So he's going for a very defensive strategy. And he's obviously trying to hold off people. B-Watt's got a penalty. He's gone soft front and rear. The Big Hurt, who's back up into P6, unless I've overtaken.
Off again.
Oh no! I don't think he lost as much.
All the time in the world to catch up.
I don't think he lost as much time this.
No, he was quicker off the. He didn't quite go into the gravel this time.
Yeah, he lost about a second and a half, I'd say.
But Stig is on the mediums and Max is only on the softs. So if Stig can get up close enough to him, when it comes to the pits, I think that'll all change. We've got Sammy on the softs, Stickman's on the softs, B-Watt's on the softs, Big Hurt's on the softs, Liam's on the mediums, aka Listen Power. Jando's on the mediums, Lava Session's on the mediums, and Lex is on the softs. So there is practically 50% of them that's trying the mediums. So this could all change about after that. What? Maybe his first 7 laps?
The Big Hurt just punted off B-Watt.
Oh dear.
That's not good. I mean, it didn't look that great on the Big Hurt side there. That was let's just say a bit of a shot. Oh, Stig's gone off as well. Everyone is finding it difficult to stay on track.
He's okay, he's not on the gravel.
No!
He's lost it completely.
You just had that little bit of throttle, and those green curves really do kill. Oh, he needs to wait. Oof.
Oh
no!
Could be a couple of reports going in the day. Oh, is he going to wait?
It's a bit of a feisty race.
I think he's waiting for him, but I'm not sure whether Jando knows what's going on. Yeah, he was waiting for him there, to be fair to him. He's let him pass. Good sportsmanship.
Bit of a it's just a bit of a miscalculation on Stig's side there. Obviously, Jando gets a little bit out of shape going into the Casio triangle. But after all of that, the Big Hurt is up into P4 again. I would say that the likelihood of B-Watt reporting is quite high, because it was a very obvious shunt. Obviously he didn't do it on purpose, but it was definitely
yeah, I mean, but just that's down to the drivers themselves whether they feel it's the need to report things or not. It's entirely up to themselves, you know. I mean, I've been pushed off sometimes. I think needs reporting. Other times I think I just went off slightly. I didn't lose much time. What's the point?
Yeah, true.
It's all on what kind of positions you lose and stuff like that. It's one of them, isn't it? It's up in the air half the time.
think Max has made another big mistake this lap, because he was probably, I think, only 3 seconds off Sammy at the start of the lap. And now he's 10 seconds behind, and the Big Hurt's only 4 seconds.
Well, to be fair, Sammy's
he's gone
caught
off again.
Over
These
7
drivers,
tenths in the last minute or so.
These drivers are struggling on these tyres.
Yeah, but I mean, look at Max's tyres, and that's only after 4 laps.
They're a lot worse than Big Hurt's.
I'm inclined to say he's got his brakes very close to the front there as well. If you look at his tyre wear, Jay.
Maybe, but yeah, again, it's going to be understeery anyway. And on this track, you rely on front grip so much that always got penalty as well. It's not going great for Max at the moment. He's getting caught up by Big Hurt quite quickly. But yeah, it's very front tyre dependent, especially in the first sector with the wibbly wobblies.
Oh, Liam's picked up a second there as well in the same chicane.
Yeah, Liam, he's one of the. I'd say
consistent. Chicane there? I meant wibbly wobbly, twisty turny.
I'd say he's one of the more consistent drivers. I'd say he's, again, one of the more consistent drivers on the grid, and he doesn't make a lot of corner cutting penalties, if you know what I mean. He just he likes to keep his lines. He tries to just stay on the track, but to get a second penalty, I think that just shows that it's very, very difficult on track limits. Always be what goes off. Again, these drivers are really struggling. Oh, when he spun it, oof, that was.
But how many times have you been round the corner, AJ, where you've tried to take as much as, let's say, of the track limit that you're allowed to take, get it slightly wrong, go over it and pick up that half a second? And it's just because you're going at the speed you would have been going round anyway. But you've just nibbled it too much. But then there's the other times you can go off the track completely and not get a single one because the game knows that you've came off the track. You haven't done it on purpose. But then there's times that it gives you a penalty when you hit the wall, as if hitting the wall isn't enough punishment.
Yeah, I mean it's harsh, but I think it's kind of, you need it.
Yeah, it keeps everybody on the track, doesn't it? It's at least it's supposed to.
Stig is right on the back of Live Session now. I'd say he was up there with the contenders for a podium, and as you can see, he's made just a few mistakes, and now he's 35 seconds off the lead. It just shows this track does bite. If
they have to stop twice, I mean, I think the pit is around the
Live Session just got spat off. You could just see he just lost the rear, and he's trying to correct it, and it just spat him off into the wall. That was a strange incident. And now he's got front
damage as well.
Luckily, that will be probably by the end of the straight, I'd say, been rid of. But
he'll have lost another 5 seconds by then as well.
Is he going to pit?
I mean, that time's just shooting up.
Yeah, I mean, Stig's made another mistake. These drivers are just really struggling. I mean, I'd say using D3. It is quite a
technical track, but I kind of get it as well with some of the other drivers. I mean, they've got the F1, the F2. They don't have like a lot of time to practice for each one individually, so they're only like running on fumes with some of the tracks. But you know yourself, a track like this, fast-paced technical course, you need to put a bit more time into it, and I think it shows. But I mean, it probably is great for the entertainment side of things. I mean, everybody loves to see a slide off or a bump here and a bump there, but hey,
these drivers, they are clean drivers. I'd say they are clean drivers, and I think everyone will be making mistakes. I think a lot of the D1 guys will be making mistakes. As B1 just runs off the track there, but I think everyone's going to be making mistakes, and it will. I mean, we thought last week that it'll probably be down to who makes the least amount of mistakes. We didn't see many mistakes, but it wasn't. It doesn't really bite when you went off track there, but here It's
it's
just
in that gravel as well, because what tends to happen as well, you panic a little bit with your wheel and you try and slam your foot on the throttle, and it just makes things 10 times worse because you're in this stage of panic that I want to get back on the track, and you can't, because you're hammering the throttle down to get back on. Your rear wheels are just spinning, and it just makes the car want to go around in circles even more, which is just absolutely killing the tyres as well. You just need to. I mean, I'm not one to talk because as people know me, I get myself up in all sorts of heights when I do it myself. But it's one of them. You need to calm yourself down, get back on the track cleanly, and just try and cool yourself down and get back on with your race.
Yeah, I mean, I think these mistakes are actually secondary to the strategy, or at least the strategy in the last few weeks from the pit stop changes. And now we've seen all the time it goes off the track as he's just pitted onto these fresh tyres. I mean, sometimes you're surprised about how much grip these new tyres actually have, and then you sometimes pick up a corner cutting penalty, and then it just sort of goes into one big chain. But
cold tyres as well, it's like they're not warmed up properly, isn't it? It's
exactly, it's just surprising. You thought, oh yeah, I'll be more confident now.
Asking you to change the views.
The views? You want me to change the view? Oh, I can change the views. I can change a few views. We've got Max in P1. He's got 5/10 penalty, so he might have to scrub that off before the end. But he is in P1. He's still got old tyres, and Stickman has actually got fresh tyres, and he's only 3 seconds behind.
And we're having Mr. Hammerbush in the audience there as well. Hello, Rod. How are you going, Hammer?
First name Rod, second name Hammer. And yeah, we've got more people in the pits. We've got Max in the pits. We've got the Big Hurt in the pits. Let's see how their strategy plays. I mean, I'm surprised. Everyone's going for a two-stop, it seems. But
no,
we'll see.
What? Has Stig been in yet? No, Stig hasn't been in.
Yeah, his tyres are good.
Everybody on the soft tyres is going to have to come in. I said myself around 7-8 laps would be the pit strategy. Maybe the 7-7-6 or 6-7-7, whichever way you want to play it. But for the mediums, I think Stig's going to make this work no problem. And if he can stay where he is now, come the second stop, anybody's guess. I mean, he's only sitting, 30 seconds by now. I mean, granted, Stickman's on the softer tyre, the newer tyre. Oh, he's just had a little off there. Oh, and he's picked... No, he must have had a previous penalty, has he?
So you see, this is very interesting. Max was 3 seconds ahead of Stickman, and now that he's pitted, and he's got a full tank of fuel, he's 30 seconds behind. So he lost 30...
Aye, but look at what Max has done.
Yeah, full
Max
fuel.
has went in and ate full fueled and mediums. I think that's Max till the end now.
I wonder, but he's gaining a lot of time now. Or even though Stickman, I'd say, should be quicker, he's gaining. I'm surprised by that. But we'll see how his strategy plays out.
As well, Rod.
We've got Sammy on a purple lap, so let's spectate his last.
Oh, we've got the Big Hurt and Stig next to each other. This could be one to watch. If I was Stig, the first race, I would settle in and just probably sit behind him, because I'm sure he'll have done a little bit of homework on who's who and who's racing. I would myself. I would see who's where in the leaderboards, etc., and you kind of know who you're racing and where you stand.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, he didn't look like he gave him any trouble there.
I think Stig could learn a lot from being behind these guys. Obviously, he's on old mediums, which is not great, and obviously you're going to lose a lot of time. But just you can see what lines they take. The quicker guys, we just run a little bit on the green. and he might have, yeah, he's just gone off a little bit. And you're going to make these mistakes, and it's all about the learning. And yep,
yeah, definitely, 100%.
As you saw there, he's learned from the previous mistakes. You don't want to jam the throttle down on that green curb. And there you are.
Yeah, like I said, we were talking about it 5 minutes ago there. It's exactly what happens.
Exactly, and he's learnt from that, which is it's what you want to do. You have to go off on some corners a few times before you learn. Right, I'm gonna have to sort of be careful there, and only really go for it when you go basically when you're on a hot lap. As a big hurt now on the back.
On the mediums. So he's came out a lot earlier. He may be trying an undercut here.
Well, we've got the big hurt here now. He's all over the back of Max. Max, the time's neutralised a little bit, so he's not gaining and he's not losing, which is still good. So I'm pretty sure he'll come out ahead of Stickman at this moment in time.
Yeah, I'm just watching Lex to see how Lex is getting on there.
I can't tell if there was a huge amount of contact there, but Big Hurt is off. He's off. He's just trying to fight a little bit too hard there, and he's smashed into the barrier. He was trying to fight
is he
Max.
Him? Oh no!
Ooh.
Calm down, boys.
Yeah, I know, Big Hurt. I mean, he could be, like, right now, if... I think this is probably why he's still trying to build up. I mean, he's got potential to be in D1, but obviously ironing out the mistakes is part of it, and right now he's still learning. I mean, everyone's learning, but if he would be in P1 if he didn't make any mistakes. But
oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, there's 10th lap. There's Stiggin.
No, I mean that shows.
I did remind him in a chat earlier on. I says, don't forget to fuel. So let's see if he actually puts fuel in.
It's got a lot more fuel than Lave does, which is interesting.
Yeah, so he's putting something in, so happy days.
It's good information. I don't know. It's good information for the race, because those mediums didn't seem that bad. Is it the way that you push them?
I honestly don't know. I mean, I'm not a massive fan of mediums, but if you doing race runs and practice sessions, it's all dependent on you doing like a full race run at pace to know what's actually quicker. And I mean, to do every single corner and every single lap the same time and time again is so hard to mimic and repeat, to actually work out whether softas would be faster doing a two-stop, etc., to running other strategies. I honestly just don't know. I mean, look at the gaps between them now. It's like, how do you tell whether their mediums are overpowering them softs on the strategy until they've actually done that second stop?
Yeah, I mean, it's good information, but it's going to be down to feeling.
Oh, big hurt off
again. He's on a purple. It shows he's on a purple lap, and
maybe what it was. He's maybe just pushing for that fast lap.
But he knows he can get it because he's got another stint, I reckon.
Oh yeah, he's definitely going to have another one. I mean, he hasn't got enough fuel to go all the way to the end, I don't think.
Liam's still going on that first stint.
Oh, look at them tyres.
Yeah, I mean, you got Stig tyres, and then you got Liam tyres. They're very different.
Yeah, massively.
Does that show that the mediums maybe aren't as strong for drivers that can't really... Oh, he's carrying on. He's carrying on. Is he...
I've got a funny feeling. I don't think I know what he's doing.
Has he been hired by a D1 team?
I think what he's... I might be totally wrong, but I reckon you could see him going in the 12th lap and possibly drop a set of softs on. Because at this point, this is what I would kind of be thinking. If I've made a mediums go this long, I would not put another set of mediums on for to run 8 laps.
And to be fair, he has got soft rears on as well, so it's not even like...
Plus, he'd be running on lower fuel as well. So
Yeah.
you could probably run the 8 laps better on them soft tyres.
Let's see Big Hurt now. Let's see. Can he put purple? He's purple. He's purple by 3/10 here. And if he doesn't make mistakes, he's got it in the bag. He's got fastest lap in the bag. He's 53 seconds off the lead, which is making me think maybe he's not going to be winning this race. Although Stickman's in the pits, so you never know.
Just reading one of the comments there. Yeah, I totally agree, Rod on my bush. I think it was a noodle that was dropped. And you've got a new fan. I believe we have Santiago, as we both know as Pingu, in the stream.
Yeah, I mean, no one likes him. We just have to let him in. Big Hurt is no longer on purple lap, and he's just improving his lap.
And Vilsec, don't say anything in the stream comments.
Please don't.
Ash might be watching.
Oh yeah, he likes giving strategies away, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Interesting.
But we'll love him. We'll love him to bits.
Speak for yourself, mate. I think Liam's had another off because he's got front bumper damage. Unless there was contact between him and Stig, which I'm guessing. Is he going on for another lap? He's going on for another lap.
You tell me, Bounty, they give us a microphone.
Maybe the worst, best commentator. Maybe. Are we past the point where we can start telling each other to shut up, or is that not allowed?
I think we'll save that for next time, shouldn't we?
Okay, we'll save that for next week.
Shut up, AJ.
Shut up, Smalley. Okay.
Right, where we're at. 4 seconds between Stickman and Maximus. Max is on the older mediums.
Ooh. Who's going to win it?
Max has
Oh,
just
Big Hurt's off
fallen
again.
Oh, Big Hurt's having an absolute nightmare. He did last week as well.
Is his career over? It's just not true, Pingu. It's not true. As we've got Sammy coming to the line. He's doing 203s at the moment, which is decent, but that lap was a 209, which makes me think maybe he's had a little bit of a mistake.
Yeah,
he should be in this.
So.
Would have thought he'll be in this lap.
But I mean, I was talking about the new drivers last week as well, AJ. I mean, if you look at Stig's time, yeah, a couple of offs, but mainly in the 204s, 205s, and he has set a 201. So the pace is there.
Yeah, I think always Big Hurt's gone off again. Did I see? Or is that just my eyes
no,
deceiving
he's
me?
dropped into the pits.
Yeah, no, I thought it just before that might have gone a bit wide, but maybe not. And his pit crew is coming out for him. Where will he come out? Where will he feed in? Will he go behind Liam, I wonder?
Oh, I was meant to watch what Liam was doing. Oh,
Oh.
I think Liam nearly overshot the pit there. I just caught the back end of that.
I think
He nearly ended up doing your pit track guide.
I mean, it's not the worst pit guide I've seen. It's the only pit guide I've seen. So technically it is the worst, but it's the best at the same time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm just watching what Liam's doing. The fuel's going in now.
Nice.
I'll put money he's coming out on these soft tyres. He has to.
I have money that it'll come out in P9.
Yeah, he's on the softs.
He's on the softies. Is that bad? Does that sound bad? The softies?
Yeah, Super Bounty's got power to your YouTube channel somehow.
Oh
He's
no.
got superpowers. Super Bounty with the superpowers.
I might need to remove his moderation.
I mean, all the Scots are bunched up there together, but they're all friends off track as well. Lavasek, Jando, B-Watt, Illicit. Well, I'm really curious to see what goes on when this next couple of laps, when this second set of softs comes in. Oh, there's Sammy coming in for his second set.
Just had to give Bounty what he deserved.
So Stig needs. Oh, you see, Stig's still 40 seconds behind.
Yeah, I mean he's come through 130 on now, and Sammy's left the pit lane, so there's no chance.
Nah. But I mean, granted, he's had a few offs. I mean, could you imagine if he hadn't had them offs? It's like woulda, shoulda, coulda.
I mean, I think by next week he'll have ironed these mistakes out, and he's still doing good lap times. 2-minute twos, they are competitive. I think he's good enough to be up there in D3, and maybe if he got promoted up to D2, I reckon he'd still be doing a pretty decent job there as well. Big Hurt he's 13 seconds behind, so I reckon if no mistakes are to be had, I do believe that he can make the position on Stig.
I'm just curious myself to see whether Sammy can catch Max. I mean, Max being on the older medium, Sammy on a brand new set of softs, 10 seconds to make up, and he's just chewing into his time.
And I'm interested, Sammy's got fuel, a little bit more fuel than Max. Is that a lap, or is that a couple of laps?
I wouldn't say it's possibly a lap, maybe.
Interesting. We'll see.
Because Sammy might be just fueling off his counter, you see, where Max might have used his before, and then it's been more accurate with the least amount of laps.
Maybe. We'll see. I think they'll be alright. I think it's just who revs out the car a little bit more than others.
Yeah, it could be that as well.
And
Lovasesh still needs to shift 4/10 of a penalty, but I don't think it's going to be an issue when he's got 8 seconds in front of him, 9 seconds behind him. But Lovasesh wants to keep cracking on. I mean, the amount of mistakes that Big Hurt's made today, anything's possible.
I mean, he's definitely got the pace. I mean, I'm sure he'll come up to the line here and he'll be purple. Yep, 3/10 purple.
Sammy's pushing hard now. He's got it down to 8.9.
Interesting, and I'm gonna go on board with the Big Hurt as he comes to the line. I'm guessing this is going to be a purple lap into the 1 minute or 2 minutes. 2 minutes 6.5. 2 minutes 0.6. That's fine. And he's, I think, 2 seconds. He's tuned into Stig's gap.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've got five laps remaining as Sammy actually goes purple in the first. So maybe we've got a fight on our hands for the fastest lap.
Yeah, I think this is going to end up right down to the bone for second place here. I mean, we've still got like 4.5 laps to go. And Sammy's chewed 3 seconds out of him in one. Granted, it's on fresher tyres, but as they come towards the end, them softer are going to be going off. But saying that, Max is on great either.
I'm going to stay on board with because he was purple as he went through the second sector, and I wonder maybe he can replace Big Hurt's last lap as he comes here. Yeah, he's still a 10th purple. You never know what can happen in this last sector as he tries to brake nice and late, and he's coming to the line now. Is he going to improve? No, not quite. He's 2/10 off at this moment in time. So
that's unlucky.
Yeah.
That's a shame, that and all, because I think if he was going to do it, that was his lap to do it. Possibly this lap, if he boots it a bit. But does he want to risk booting it and give up third position by mistake?
Yeah, again, he's chewed in 2 seconds. He should catch.
I think he's pushing for second as opposed to the fastest lap myself.
Yeah, and sometimes it just all comes in one, which is great.
I mean, if you're fighting for, oh, there's purple again. It's not much, but it's still purple.
But he just chewed 1 second in the first sector.
He's absolutely raking it round there.
This pace is extremely good.
I mean, he's a controller driver as well. He's actually improved from, I think it was 22,000, and it's jumped up to 38,000, so he is making progress there as the lap goes on.
Now, Sticks just needs to limit those mistakes, because to be fair, Big Hurt's not caught up that much, if I'm honest. I mean, it's 2 seconds, but it's not going to be enough, I don't think. Last lap, he was purple, and then he's 2 tenths down now. So we'll see what happens between them as well. But the gap is now less than 4 seconds, so this is going to get interesting as we go through 130R.
In this next, oh, he's lost 7 tenths somewhere.
I don't think it's going to be that bad, because I think he's got 3 laps.
Oh, for the fast lap, I mean, AJ.
Oh yeah, I think that's out of the question now, to be honest.
Yeah, I thought if it would have had to be last lap of this lap, and you'll not get that now, not on the worn tyres. And I mean, Lex, I mean, he's been in last the whole way, but what a fighter, you know what I mean? He's not getting the greatest times in the world, but he's still going. There's a lot of people
improving as well.
Yeah, definitely. He's getting faster as the race goes on.
So we've got to do.
Always nice to give Lex a shout out. Nice bloke.
Absolutely. And Nils, the answer to your question is the square root of 0.
AJ's terrified I come back there. Oh, we've cursed Lex off there. Oh, he had a little bit of an off there.
Yeah, but it's all part of the learning. Yeah, 3 tenths down. He's got a driver coming up behind him.
Yeah, he's got a blue flag. So I'm assuming, who is it?
He needs to. Who is that? I can't tell.
It's Jando.
Jando. What's going to go on here? Are we going to get some good racing? Here we are as we come up to the first corner. Is he going to go for the inside? No, I can't see it. He brakes late. Down the inside, and he's yeah. That's
kind of should have moved anyway, and it's spun him out.
That is, yeah. B-Watt's caught up. Oh no, he's not. Mistake to the 6 for a 0. As we see Max going into the final chicane, and now the gap is less than 1.5 seconds. It's getting spicy. I think we might see a last lap overtake, or we'll see it somewhere. And thank you for 100 comments. I know it's just because I'm here, but we can brush past that. And we've got some good racing going on in the last couple of laps. Let's hope they can keep it clean for one, and let's hope that we can have a nice move. Ooh.
Yeah, I think it's coming like it's. I watched Sammy the other week as well, and he's patient normally. He picks his moves wisely. And the Big Hurt's still sitting about 8 seconds behind. Oh! When did he pass Stig? Did Stig have enough?
Let's see, what's his lap time? 15. 2:15. He must have had an off.
Yeah, he's had an off, hasn't he? No one must have missed that.
He's had an absolute mare. Oh,
you know
it's close. It's close. This is what we've been waiting for the last.
Oh, is it happening?
Hour. What's happening? Is he going to let him by? He's not going to let him by.
Max is going to get the inside.
Lex left
is left.
It's unfortunate.
Oh, no, Lex.
Very smart from.
He's right in his slipstream there. He's got him this time. He has to have. Plus he's going to have the inside line for the next corner.
Oh, is this going to happen? Yeah, he's got it, I reckon. Oh, but he could just get the run back.
He made switch back. No. Yeah, Sammy's
Into
got
him.
him.
I don't... Ooh, bit of a miscommunication there, I think.
Yeah, they've got through it, that's the main thing. Yeah, Sammy's took a penalty, but I think he'd probably be happy taking the penalty rather than coming off the track.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Max can stay within that 1 second window.
No, Max had to defend him on that lap and keep him behind him, but it wasn't going to happen from there, was it?
I think, yeah. But he did a good job, and good little racing from those guys. But I'm surprised at how little fuel Max has got, because it looks like he's running on fumes there.
I'm inclined to say he's probably going to make it, because it's not the longest track in the world, is it? I mean, the map makes it look huge as well, but it's not. It's just more for as many corners as it owns. It's
stretched.
I kind of want to hope he's got enough, because I know we have had drivers run out the last couple of weeks, even if it's just on the line. I mean, even your teammate Castle did it in one of the first races, didn't he?
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that.
I'm just saying it can happen to the best of it.
He did it twice.
But it can happen so easy.
Yeah, you can just take your mind off it. Last 5 laps, then oh no, the rev counter has gone to 0. But here we are. Stickman, I don't think he's looking to.
He's only going to be trolling around about 50 miles an hour. He's gaining speed.
And here we are. Good job. I
think he's just managing it just in case.
He's got a penalty on the line. And good job from Stickman there.
Stickman.
Great job.
Sammy will be the next one to come over.
He has. He's run out of fuel.
Oh, Sammy's just got reset there.
It doesn't matter, because Max has actually run out of fuel. Big Hurt is coming round.
Oh, I don't think he's going to have the time to catch him.
I don't think so either.
Max is going to get through it by the skin of his teeth.
He's a lucky boy. He's a lucky boy.
I'm just flicking between the two there to make sure where they are. I mean, the Big Hurt is hurtling down that last chicane now.
And here comes Maximus, and he's going to take P3.
Well done, Max.
It's a very long-winded celebration.
And there's the Big Hurt coming in the background there.
Good job to all of the boys.
And the next one is the Flying Dutchman. Quick Quack Quack, as they call Huey Louie Dewey in Holland.
Good job there from Stig. Now we're looking at Larsesh as he comes into the final chicane, taking it nice and slowly. Doesn't want to have a gearbox failure on the line. And here we are. Good job, P6 from Larsesh. And
yeah, next is B-Watt coming through the last chicane now. Gets through that wibbly wobbly okay.
Where are the donuts?
Well, we're not allowed to do donuts no more.
Oh no, that's not good.
And then Jando is falling straight behind him, and that is all 9 over the line. Well done, boys.
Congratulations, Stickman. Done a good job. And yeah, very, very nice drive. And that is it.
Like I said, I just hope our race is on like that. But yeah, I mean, they've set the standard, so yeah, GG to them all. I mean, a couple of offs, but hey, they've all made it stick to whatever they wanted to work. I mean, standard there, new driver, bagged yourself a 5th.
I think everyone did a very good job today. A nice little battle between Sammy and Max at the end. Gave us a little bit of entertainment. Overall, a pretty clean race. And hopefully we'll be allowed to commentate again. Hopefully we can be a little bit more mean to each other next time.
Ourselves. Because I'm on strict best behaviour, as we all know. But
well,
yeah, I mean, that was a great race, and unless you've got anything to say, Jay, I bid thee all good night.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. It's the most amount of viewers I've ever had. Thank you, and